Hi friends, this is your pal Scott Garibay, and today we are going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about Bong Joon-ho's brilliant Mickey 17, and we're specifically going to talk about one player character type that is multiples in context to Bong Joon-ho's identity and self-work that is completed in Mickey 17. All right, let's dig into this. So first of all, spoilers for Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17. It's a brilliant piece of art, and it specifically dives deep into the issue of identity and self. Okay, and there's a map of how we are to understand what's happening in Dungeons and Dragons within Mickey 17. So Nadja is a human. She's never the security guard for the expedition is she's a human. She's never printed. She's never printed into another identity or another self, right? So she's just a human. She's just kind of bog standard, useless, right? But then Mickey is human printed. So let's walk it through, okay? You have the so first you have the original Starport Mickey, right? This is the one who signs up to be an expendable, right? So you have Nadja, she's human. Starport Mickey is the original, okay? Then you have Mickey number one, he's the inception. Then Mickey 17 is an expendable, and Mickey 1 through 16 are all expendables. I'm sorry, Mickey 2 through 16 are all expendables. Mickey 17 is the last expendable, okay? This is very important to understand. Then Mickey 18 happens. Now, Mickey 18 is the first multiple, and that's what we're going to talk about today with types of Dungeons & Dragons characters, okay? So Mickey 17 is an expendable. On the Dungeons & Dragons side, that represents like Samjar, right? The human wizard, right? That would be an expendable character, a very traditional character that a player would make, right? That human male player named Harry makes Samjar the human fighter, right? And it's an expendable. It's a very traditional Dungeons and Dragons player character. There have literally been millions of these made, right? And this is what the vast majority of Dungeons and Dragons characters were in the first 50 years, okay? But what I want to talk about today is the multiple, okay? Now, Bong Joon-ho's film explains that when human printing started, they allowed expendables. So basically, you have a human being, you kill that human being, right? You have the human being, you map them so that you could make it expendable. Then you kill that human being because you're going to die, right? Because they're going to die. The entire point of expendables is that they die, right? And it's very important to the whole point is that they die, right? They are built to die. That is their purpose, right? Because they take risks for people like Nadja, who are not printed, right? Regular humans, right? But then Mickey 17 is supposed to die, but doesn't. And they make a mistake, and they print Mickey 18, and then Mickey 17 and Mickey 18 meet. And this is outrageously dangerous. They explained this in the film, right? This expedition is being put on by a religious group. And this religious group is like, you cannot have multiple people who are printed from the same body. And the reason why is this splits the soul, right? Now, this was discussed in the Harry Potter books as well. They were like, splitting the soul is an abomination. If you're taking somebody's soul and you're splitting it into parts, they literally have a term for it in Harry Potter, and that's a Horcrux. And these are abominations, right? So this religious group is like, you cannot have multiples. The reason why is the soul gets split, right? You can't, one person, one soul, you have a person, you kill them, you do the human printing, then you let that expendable run until they die, and then you print another one. But you never ever ever print another one while the expendable is still alive. And this is very carefully like protected in Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17 world, right? What I want to talk about is multiples from a Dungeons and Dragons perspective. So what are they? So first, what you really need to understand is on the Dungeons and Dragons side, Hasbro is encouraging multiples right now with Dungeons and Dragons. They're saying, hey, leave behind these expendable traditional characters. We want, so you go to play the Forgotten Realms and you're like, oh, I'm gonna make Sam Jar the human fighter, right? They're saying, no. If your name is Sally Winkins, we want you to play Sally Winkins in the Forgotten Realms. We want you to play Sally Winkins in Eberron. We want you to play Sally Winkins in Greyhawk. We want you to make another you and play them. Now, what? Wait, what are you talking about, Scott? How are they doing that? Well, they're doing it with the 1983 Saturday morning cartoons. The last three adventures made by Dungeons and Dragons, right? Hold Back the Dead, Scions of Elemental Evil, Uni and the Lost Horde. All of these feature the 1983 Saturday morning cartoons. All six of them. Hank and Eric, Bobby and Sheila, Presto and Diana, right? All there, right? And they're like, and the reason, and why, and how is that encouraging people to make multiples? Well, these characters are not characters in the Forgotten Realms. They're not characters in Eberron. They're not characters in Greyhawk. They are real people here in the IRL Earth who are captured and are plummeted into the realms of Dungeons and Dragons by Dungeon Master himself. And when this was done, you need to understand how outrageously revolutionary this was. This was in a time when there was MAD existed, Mothers Against Dungeons and Dragons. They were like, we are very concerned about your game. We think that our kids will become confused and get trapped in the game. And Gary Gygax was like, thanks for talking to me about that. I'm going to put that right in as part of the show. We're going to make a show about your kids being trapped in Dungeons and Dragons. What? It's incredible, right? And so Hasbro is returning to this now and saying, we want you to grasp the dangerous end. Here's the sword. You grab the blade, right? And this is outrageously dangerous. So basically, the idea is the next time I play in Forgotten Realms, I should not play Sam Jar, the human fighter, right? I should play Scott Garibay in the Forgotten Realms, right? Me. That's another self. That is a multiple. That is a human printing. You followed that? That is a human printing. Okay? That's incredible. It's dangerous. It's exciting. It's multiples. And Bong Joon-ho has perfectly illustrated all the different types of players, originators, inceptors, expendables, and multiples. And this is the best map to understand Dungeons & Dragons, in my humble opinion. Every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider subscribing and have a fetchable